Namaste, I'm Libby from Body IQ. The session we're doing this morning is a 10-minute yoga wake up. So just keep in mind, work where your body is at, use the blocks or the strap if you need to. So let's start by coming down onto the mat. So nice safe way to get down, one knee then the other. And coming into child pose. So you just want to wake the body up, a little bit stiff in the morning, so take your time so we get some of the juices flying through the body and through the joints and the blood flowing. So we'll start by coming into child pose. So toes together, knees nice and wide. We're trying to get our sit bones right back on our heels. Spreading the fingers out and trying to bring our forehead to the mat. So really nice opening through the spine. Have a little wiggle back. Try to keep the tailbone down, so not up in the air, really lengthening out through the spine. So all the messages start to flow through to our fingers, to our toes, to all our organs, getting rid of the blockages, getting our body intelligence awake in this morning. So a few deep breaths here. Keep reaching out through the fingertips. And just settling in for a few breaths, being aware of your breath, feeling the breath come wide into the rib cage and into the back of the ribs. And let's move from here into what I call puppy dog pose. So we're going to bring the knees together about hip width, knees underneath our hips. Taking the fingers out a little further, so this is really going to release through your shoulder blades. Sending the tail skyward and trying to bring your chest down towards the mat and our chin. So just work, you might need to keep some weight in your elbows if you're feeling a little tight here. But gradually working the fingers out a little further. Draw the chin, looking out to your fingertips. Draw the belly up to the spine as you're breathing out. Each out breath, sink a little further. Smile through this as we trick our body. Couple more breaths, that's good. Beautiful. And then we're slowly going to come back. Bring the hands about hip width and slowly curling under our toes. Send our sit bones high. Ears in between the elbows into our first down dog for the day. Take it easy here, just warm up through the hamstrings and through the kidney meridian at the back of the legs. Nice and slow. So you don't want to move too suddenly if we've just jumped out of bed. Bending one knee, then the other. Roll the shoulders down into the back. Check the neck, just say yes and no with the head. Good. And work wherever you're at. If you feel you need to soften your knees, just keep them nice and soft. And aiming to get the pads and the heels of the feet down towards the mat. Okay, now let's take our gaze towards our fingertips and take a big giant step forward with our left foot. Grounding the back foot, slightly turning the toes inward, opening up into our warrior pose. So make sure your knee is over your ankle and you're rolling your thigh backwards. So the weight is coming into the back of that back foot. Shoulders down into the back and energy out the fingertips. Nice strong warrior pose. Looking out over the fingertips. Take a breath in, and let's exhale, sink and hold it here. We're really strong through the quad muscles. Looking out beyond the little middle finger to your point of focus called your Drisky point. Breathing it in now, I'm going to sink a little deeper into the hips, reach the fingers to the calf, palm faces towards you, and stretching over into Sun Warrior. Nice deep breath, draw the belly into the spine. Good. And inhaling it up, pushing our back hip all the way out to the wall, reaching out. And if you need, you can use a block here. So you might want to rest your fingertips into triangle. So we want to imagine that you're sandwiched between two panes of glass. Try not to push the butt out. Lift up, open up. Your hand should not be resting on the leg. The muscles are contracted up to the bone, the thigh. A few breaths. Just stepping that block out to the front, to the left of your foot. Take a teeny weeny step forward. Focus out to in front of you and lifting. Beautiful work here into floating half moon, balance pose. Belly drawn to spine. Excellent. Folding forward from here, squaring off our hips, lifting into a split leg lift, drawing the nose toward the knee, and breathing strongly. Keep lifting, opening up through the hip here. Good. Giant step back, square off the hips. Coming into plank pose. Now you start to feel some energy moving now. Coming into a little vinyasa, draw the belly to the spine as we hold in plank. Looking up beyond your fingertips so that we don't have this bulge your neck nice and strong. Tuck down, melt down, bend the knees if you wish. Easy cobra to warm up the back. Or all the way into up dog. There are your options, belly to spine. Squeeze up as we flip over our toes. Beautiful work. And hold in down dog. So now let's repeat that from our warrior to the other side. So step forward with the right foot. Ground the back foot slightly, turn the toe in. Inhaling up and sink down through the groin. A little bounce here if you wish, just to really get that connection. Muscle to the bone, shoulders down, looking out. Strong warrior energy. Take a breath in, exhale, sink a little further and reach skyward. Strong, ground your feet down like the roots of the tree into the earth. Inhaling it up. Exhale, push out through the back hip. Sandwich between the pane of glass. Now if you've got a bad neck, just keep your gaze to the mat. Remember you can use your block. Otherwise we turn and look skyward. Good. Inhale, little step if you need your block. Little step forward, focus. And push back. Strong standing leg. Just being in the moment, in the breath. Reaching down, turning off your hips, squaring your hips. Split leg. Big breath in. Let's step back. Last little vinyasa. Draw the belly up. Thigh to the bone. Pelvic floor on. Tuck the elbows in. Melt down. Rise up. Breathe in the nourishment. Inhale, flick over the toes. And exhale, let's come on home. Just hold for as long as you can here in down dog. Or if you need, drop it back to child pose. Beautiful. Namaste.